Rocket Podcast brought to you by Blackbird Tattoo and Piercing, 300 South State, Clearfield, Utah. Go there, get tattooed or pierced. Also, Anti-All Forever Records. You can visit their Facebook or just go to spikesandhatestoreenvy.com and buy some shit. You guys can always reach me at rockcutpodcast@gmail.com. God damn, man. I feel fucking like off my game anymore. I feel kind of like I'm not comfortable right now, you know what I mean? It's weird. It's a fucking weird place to be. Before we really get into the show, there's something I need to talk to you about. This is coming up Sunday, September 15th at 4 p.m. There's a benefit jam at Fairmount Skate Park. The benefit is for a young man named Garrett Bowers, who wrecked on his motorcycle. I guess he's like a motocross kind of racer, and he wrecked. And there's pictures of him on the Facebook page, and he's laid up in the hospital in pretty bad shape. I guess a lot of people are coming through to ride bikes and a lot of sponsors and that sort of thing. There's a raffle at 6:30. Raffle tickets are $5 each. And yeah, man, it's just a good cause. Go over to Fairmount Skate Park this Sunday. Check that out. Buy some raffle tickets, and hopefully get this guy back on the road to recovery. The shit looks pretty rough. He's, I'm looking at a picture of him right now, hooked up to tubes and everything. I don't know. It's a pretty rough situation and kind of sad. And my cousin Mike used to race motocross himself, and I believe it was a few years ago, he went up on a double, which is two hills close together that you jump at the same time, so they call it a double. And came down and either landed on one of his handlebars or whatever, but he ended up puncturing a lung, and he's a pretty severe diabetic before that, so he's in pretty bad shape for a while there. So, luckily he came through and he's doing fine now, but let's try to help this Garrett Bowers young man out and, go do some, go get some raffle tickets, go hang out, see some people riding skateboards and riding, bikes and stuff, and, just have a good time, buy some raffle tickets. So, yeah, support that shit. Anyway, on to the program. A buddy of mine just had an album come out, or I guess a song on a compilation album. So I want to play a song for you by his band. His band is called Werewolf Tyrant. The song I'm going to play is called Tabernacle Ablaze, off of his it's like a 5-song EP on Bandcamp. So just go to Werewolf Tyrant. That's with a V. I'll spell it VERWULF Tyrant TYRNT.bandcamp.com and buy that. But he also has a song, like I was saying, on a compilation called No Safe Space. There's 12 bands on it, and it's $12 for a CD, limited to 100. And also, or if you're kind of like me and you kind of just like to have digital copies because you have limited space because you have people that live with you, $6 for a digital copy. I think that's the route I'm going to go personally. But yeah, buy that shit. And so, without further ado, I'm going to play a song for you from Werewolf Tyrant from the CD or album Tabernacle Ablaze. Yes, that was Werewolf Tyrant. Tabernacle Ablaze. And I should also mention that there's a really big compilation coming out in a few weeks, maybe a month or so, put together by the guy from Fever, the death metal band Fever, and Odium Totus is on it, Werewolf Tyrants is on it, War Grinder has a song on it. It's gonna be a real fucking banger. So be on the lookout for that. I'll be sharing it and stuff. But it's called "This Machine Kills Communists." Isn't that great? I love it, man. I mean, you had me at kill communists. Excuse me. There's a fucking frog in my throat, and you guys hear me puke all over the goddamn laptop here. So I've been out of it for a little bit. Usually try to scale the show back. Well, it's not like it's been around for that long, but summertime I want to scale the show back. We've been going fairly consistently since July 13th of last year. So July 13th this year we celebrated our 1-year birthday as being a podcast, for better or worse. I've been going over some of the shows. It kind of started as one thing and then kind of just organically developed into something else. When I do solo shows, it's kind of just me at the mic talking about whatever I want. And that's basically the essence of this show, is that I am going to talk about whatever the fuck I want. Whether it's music, whether it's something I did, whether it's personal life, or an interview with someone that I find interesting, which is going to lead me to another fucking whole other rant. But yeah, I mean, in essence, the show is just whatever fuck I want to talk about and whoever I want to talk to. But it has, as I tried to find my footing underneath it, you know, it's just that it's kind of turned into something else, and I kind of like the direction that it's going. It's a lot more free flowing, and less of a, I guess, a program, rather than or like a real rigid scheduled program with this, that, and the other. Instead, it's just kind of free flowing, and just kind of how I like to do it. But I am fucking rusty. I mean, it's hard just to get back to sitting in a room alone by myself and talking to a microphone, and then hoping that people are gonna hear it. On top of that, you know, it is Friday the 13th. I know. Did you hear that music? Scary. Shit might be going down in this bitch. So I do have to shoot on something. And it's coming off of what I just said about how if you're on the show, it's like if this show's about whatever I want it to be about, and I'll create it however I want to create it. If you get invited onto the show, it's because I either like you as a person and I want to see you succeed at whatever like venture, whatever project you got going on, or I just genuinely take like an interest in you. So make no mistake that, you know, if you're invited to be on the show, it's because I want to see you do well. It's not that I have like a hidden agenda that I'm trying to piggyback off of your shit, because at this point I don't really give a fuck about profiting off of what other people got going on. I've done enough things that I don't really need to. You know, I can stand on my own laurels and all that. So, yeah, what I'm basically saying is, like, you know, if I invite you to be on the show, it's because I am interested in you, or I like what I like you as a person. Now, that being said, once you're on the show, and if you don't like the way things are going, or you aren't having a good time, don't sit there and make it a shitty experience for everybody else. What you can do is just tell me to pause for a second or hold on for a second, and we can just cut the mic and I can delete the fucking episode right then and there. But what I don't like is if we got a few people in a room and everyone's kind of vibing off of each other and it's kind of cool and it's fun and everyone's talking, and then you got one person in the background making shitty comments and being an asshole. And understand this, that like if you're invited onto my show, it's exactly that. You are a guest, but this is my fucking show. So don't come on thinking you're gonna tell me how to do my show. Don't come on with a fucking attitude. Like, even if like at first it seems kind of funny and like, just kind of lighthearted joking around, but if you, I don't know, like passive aggressive little fucking comments that only a coward would make, like, don't do that shit. Cause I'm gonna tell you to fuck off. I'm gonna tell you to take a walk. And you don't need to fucking like, no one's putting a gun to your head and making you sit down and talk and all that shit. So, when you do that, you're just showing your own weakness as a person, You're showing your own disrespect for the people in the room, whether you are friends with them or not, That's what you're doing. You're displaying, you're being a display of weakness. And, I really don't respect weakness. That shit is, it's fucking played out. And it sucks the energy out of the room like a goddamn vacuum cleaner. And, it pisses me off. And I don't know, it's rare and it's not something that has happened. Majority of the interactions I've had with people have been terrific and fun and that sort of thing, and really enjoyable. Every once in a while, though, and this is just in 1 year of doing this shit, someone wants to fucking tell me what the fuck to do, or make little comments or something, say their little sly shit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because we don't live on this radio program. No one lives there. And it's easy to run your mouth behind a computer and shit. But anyone that knows me knows that the second I turn this thing off, the second I see you outside of this shit, it's a different situation. And I'm not one to shy away from a confrontation. And so, that's just, I had to get that shit off my chest. It's been bugging me. And, yeah, man, so don't do that. Be a fucking adult. Or don't be on the show. Anyway, on to a more positive note. I'll fucking ring the bell on that bullshit. On to like a more positive note. Tomorrow, Saturday the 14th, I'm going to have the band Occultist Ritual on. My bandy, or my my buddy Andy Odno. He's going to be back on here, and he's going to be on here with his band, and we're going to be talking fucking black war metal and having a good time. So please tune in for that. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Always great to talk to Andy, and I'm excited to hang out with his band and play some of their songs for you. So yeah, man, please tune in for that. And I just went through and lined up a bunch of shows for October, for the rest of this month, and then October, and then November. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next few shows that we got going on. And yeah, man, so keep listening, keep tuning in. I really appreciate everyone like tuning in and sharing this shit with their friends. It's a labor of love, and I just do it because I like doing it. And I don't mind sharing my friends' music or art or benefits or whatever. I don't mind that shit at all. I'm happy to do it, and it's like one hand washes the other. We're all gonna help each other out. If I'm friends with somebody, I'll fucking do whatever I can to help that person out. And hopefully you do the same for you and your friends. All that stuff being said, I don't have a whole lot going on right now, and I think I'll just play another song for you, and we'll call it a day. I want to play a Vermin Scourge song for you called Diabolic War Thrones. Now, they have a new album out they have a new album, Triumphant Savagery, and that shit is out on Nihilistic Noise Propaganda Bandcamp.com, or you could get the digital version of it at trueparasite.bandcamp.com. So we'll leave you with that. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and listen to me hang out with the Occultist Ritual Boys. And yeah, man, thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it again. And here you go, Vermin Scourge. Alright, fuck it, I'll give you one more. That was so good. That was so goddamn good. Oh, I love it. Good shit. All right, I'll give you one more. This is Vermin Scorch Immolation Summoning. And then hopefully I'll buy the other album and I'll play a couple of those for you.
You know, if I wanted to kill somebody, I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing. It'd be just like walking to the drugstore.
Slow rumble out. Alright, fuckers. Cashman tomorrow with Cultist Ritual. Be a good time.